In this video, I'm going to teach you how to clean your action figures and how to keep them clean. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Nerdzoic. Matt here once again with another video for you. If you're new here and you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. I put up new videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and I love to have you here. In today's video, we're going to talk all about cleaning action figures. I know, it's funny, because I look like Mr. Clean, ha ha ha. Never heard that before. We're going to cover loose figures, we're going to cover carded figures, we're going to cover random stuff like how to clean action figure hair if they haven't, how to clean clothing. We're also going to talk about that nasty, sticky tackiness figures sometimes get when they are kept in packaging too long or if they're stored away for a long time. We're going to talk about what it is, how to prevent it, and how to fix it when it does happen. Let's jump on into it, gang. We're going to start off by talking about basic dusting here. Now, this one I kind of have a couple feelings towards. So, when it comes to dusting your toys, I feel like if you just go at it with canned air, which does work, you're just moving the dust around. So it kind of seems pointless. I try to use a Swiffer duster as much as I possibly can because it actually picks up the dirt, at least it looks like it is because I can see darkness on the other side of the duster. So it seems like it's working. But canned air is not a bad alternative, especially when you're looking at like little cracks and crevices. But one thing that works really well is a makeup brush. So my wife wonders where all of her makeup brushes go. Few of them. You really should dust your figures monthly because if not, it starts to build up. And if it's in a moist environment, the moisture combined with the dust turns into like a gunky, caked on nastiness. One thing I'm considering adding to my collection area is either a dust remover, a dust sucker, an air purifier. I don't even know. I gotta do some research on it. If anyone's ever experimented with that, hit me in the comments. I want to hear about what you did and how it worked, because let's face it, if we're just spraying the dust, we're just moving it from point A to point B. What the hell's the point? Now that we talked about dusting, let's start and talk about loose action figures because they're the easiest to clean, right? The first method is the method I usually use, and that's the Dawn method. You know, Dawn dish soap. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit of a Dawn fanboy. I feel like that crap can be used on everything. So the Dawn, what you do is you fill up a bowl or a sink, just a little dab will do ya. Warm water, not hot water, like lukewarm water. Let your figure soak for a minute. Soft bristle toothbrush, go to town, you'll get the grime right off of there. Now, a couple things. One, if your toy has batteries, take them out first, don't be an idiot. Two, if it has stickers, don't submerge it, just spot clean it. Q-tip also works, just to get like little areas. Let's say the Dawn's not getting the job done, or maybe you have a intense hatred of Dawn for some odd reason. I've had success with denture cleaner before, believe it or not. I think it's called like Evanescential, something. Evanescence? No, wait, that's the band. It's a little tablet, looks kind of like Alka-Seltzer. Throw it in water, it goes fizzy, don't drink it. Throw your toy in, pull it out a couple minutes later, scrub. For really built-on gunk, you can combine the Dawn method with this method and do both of them one at a time. You'll really get everything off of there. For the really hard to get off gunk, two things you can try if the Dawn and the denture cleaner don't work. Goo Gone. If you can't tell, I love Goo Gone too. Also, rubbing alcohol. Don't submerge your toy in rubbing alcohol or Gooby Gone, because almost immediately you will start to see fading of the paint. Let's talk about action figure clothing. So this does sound like I'm bordering on Barbies, but trust me, I'm not. For a long time, G.I. Joe was just that 12-inch line until they brought out the 3 3/4-inch line. Hand wash only, cold water. Use either baby shampoo or, you guessed it, Dawn. Wash by hand and allow to air dry. How about cleaning your action figure's hair? I don't know that I have any authority to teach anybody about hair, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Baby shampoo. And by hair, I don't mean plastic hair. I mean when they have like the Barbie hair, it's like kind of wiry. I'm not talking about Barbies unless it's a Princess Leia Barbie. I do have that over there. If you don't believe me, I think it's there. Let's talk about when your figure or the packaging yellows, like this. This Lando General here, he's got some yellowing. Can you see? Let me get you in there. Oh, sorry, lightness. Yeah, so his bubble's yellow. The figure itself doesn't look bad, but the bubble's yellow. How do you get this off, you might ask? You don't. The answer is, don't live with a smoker. I don't know how this got yellow, because he was out when I lived back at home 20 years ago. My mom smokes, but none of the other figures are yellow. So I'm guessing the previous owner of this fella really liked his Marlboros. Let's talk carded action figures. Before I tell you how to clean them, let's be honest here. They're not meant to be cleaned, okay? This borders more on restoration. Whenever you're looking at restoring something, you run the risk of making it worse. That being said, I have tried most of these things, and I'm going to tell you, I've been happy with the results. So let's go through it. First of all, the plastic bubble, sometimes called the blister of the figure, we'll use Lando as a demonstration here. This is pretty easy to clean. I use sensitive baby wipes. I actually keep a pack down in the basement. They get off any grime and they don't leave any residue behind, but they do have a little bit of a cleaning agent there to kind of pull off any gunk. I'll be honest, I've used them on the cards before and I haven't had any issues, but it's not something I necessarily recommend. So let's talk more about what I do recommend for the cardboard. The goal is to remove the dirt without removing any of the ink. You have a much better chance of accomplishing this on a glossy card. So the glossier the card, that means it's stronger ink from what I understand about the printing process, so it's harder to penetrate. So a couple things you can use. One, I know I said not to use this to get a price tag off, but lighter fluid. I've seen it in action. I've never done it, but I've seen it in action and it works. The reason it works and the reason that your toys apparently don't end up smelling like lighter fluid and a fire and alcohol is because the lighter fluid evaporates really quickly. Okay, fair enough. I still don't necessarily want to do that. That's the last choice thing here. Other things that work really well, lemon pledge. I know, shocking, right? Lemon pledge works best actually on mold. Put a little bit on a paper towel and then rub it in circles on the card. Not hard. We're not trying to rub any ink off the card. We're not trying to penetrate the cardboard. We're just trying to get the dirt, and in this case, the mold off the cardboard. Now, when it comes to dirt, grease, grime, that's more the lighter fluid end in my opinion. But same idea, a little bit on a paper towel, just gently rub in circle, 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 circle until you get the grime off as best you can. If you do this right and there's no cuts in the cardboard, you might end up with a figure that looks brand new. If there's any cuts in the cardboard, there's a good chance that lemon pledge or that lighter fluid is going to seep in there. Okay, now that we talked about cleaning your figures, let's talk about the tackiness of figures, because it's kind of not fun, right? So you get a figure, maybe it's a brand new vintage figure, you open it up and it's kind of sticky, you got this tackiness to it. The heck is that, right? Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's actually the result of a plastic agent that's put into the plastic to soften it. Over time, you know, toys are meant to be open, so over time it's going to evaporate, right? When a figure is either left carded or when it's like taken out and then Ziploc bagged and kept airtight for decades on end, that's when you start to see that tackiness form. They use this because, again, it makes the plastic softer and it kept it from getting brittle. How do you prevent it? Well, honestly, all figures are at risk, the older figures especially. I don't know if they still use this kind of a plastic agent now, but they sure as hell did up till recently at least. So the best thing you can do is try to prevent it by letting them breathe, as in open your toys, guys. If you do like having some stuff packaged, realize that there's a chance, a very strong chance, this is going to happen. One thing you can do is you can take a little needle and put a small hole into the side of the blister to let some air get in there. I'm not doing that. Sorry, but I like my carded figures and they're staying that way. Since I'm not opening them anyway, I don't think it's going to be an issue because I'm not going to be able to feel it that the figure is sticky. So basically, the best way to prevent it is to let them breathe so that the plastic agent can evaporate the way it's meant to. Now, let's say you buy a figure, it's already open, and it's got this tacky stickiness to it. What can you do? It's figure bath time. I already told you how to do it. Get your Dawn ready, get your soft bristle toothbrush, a little bit of warm water, go to town. If Dawn doesn't work, you go to the denture cleaner. If denture cleaner doesn't work, you go to the Gooby Gone. What do we take out first, kids? Batteries. That's right. And if it's a spot that's really giving you issues, rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip. And if it's a white spot or something that's on the lighter color, a little bit of peroxide will work. It's a whitening agent, so don't use it on a dark spot or else it's going to stain a little bit, but it works pretty well. After you're done cleaning your figure, it might look a little dull, almost like the shine is gone. You can fix that with a bottle of silicone spray. Spray that sucker on there and it'll get back that original luster. It will also protect it. I hope you found this helpful. I had a lot of fun making this video for you guys. If there's any other videos you'd like to see, please put it in the comments below. If you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. Smash subscribe. Also, stay nerdy.